limitation, our vibration raising.
I want to welcome y'all back to Statue of Limitations podcast. I am the one and only Mr. Edmond, and today our very special guest, E. Jackson. What's up with you, man? E really does his thing in the community, but we finna just get right into it, man. Tell us about yourself. Who is Eric Jackson from St. Pete?
You got it. St. Pete. 1973, man. I am the essence of St. Pete. 34th Street, Bowling Alley, St. Pete.
Okay.
St. Pete.
They don't know about the Bowling Alley.
I'm a chorus. I'm the Dime Store, St. Pete. Central Plaza, St. Pete.
J.C. Penney, St. Pete.
No, Montgomery Wars and Bell.
Okay. Ooh.
That's what they was.
Bell Lindsay.
Yeah, that's what it was. Across the street from the movie theater. But
on 31st.
Yeah, 31st. Eric Jackson is can't wrap it up in one word, but definitely here the essence here. This is my city, man. Moved around and stayed in multiple different cities, so I got a great comparison.
Okay.
You know, wide range of different things. I'm a businessman. I'm a hustler. I've been from yesterday to today, which was two totally different looks. Family man, wife, 3 kids. Proud to say 31 years up under that, man. So, you know, with all the ups and downs. So, yeah, that's me in a little nutshell.
So, yeah, man, I know that you were once into the music real heavy. You did a lot of music stuff around here.
Yeah.
But before we get to the music, tell us about growing up, high school, you know, E, what you was like, man?
Oh, man, let me tell you, there's so many different parts of me. You had that innocent child. We out here, you know, my granddad had me hustling, not knowing I was hustling, because I used to sell a lot of peanuts, watermelons, and back in them days you can collect the bottles for the nickel and the dime.
Yeah.
So those were like hustles when we was little here, running around, flag football, touching the side in the street, tackling the grass type deal. Then things kind of like changed a little bit. I moved around, and one thing, if I can't get back to St. Pete, I get distracted. So if I was in Tampa, it was good. So I moved to Gainesville, and at this time my mom had remarried, and things got kind of a little rocky with me and my stepdad. High school was really, really different. It was rocky. It was, I think I was getting up to a little age where, you know, I was getting up. Trying the laws, trying the authority.
That rebellious age.
Yeah, with me and my stepdad, like I said, you started smelling yourself a little bit. But there were some things that I justified, which was probably not. That's, you know, I don't know, I was a shocker. But it led me to being on my own when I was 16. So I finished my senior year, staying with a couple homies and things like that. A lot of people didn't even know. You know, many people didn't know. But a white English teacher, she knew. And she knew what time it was, and she grabbed me before I graduated, asked me what I wanted to do. And I didn't know, you know, I really didn't know. You know, like I just stayed, because I was in Gainesville at the time. I said, I guess I'll just stay in the Ville, go to Santa Fe. She was like, no, you need to go to college at homeboy named Jam. She was like, you need to go to FAM with Jam U. You know, I ain't see myself as no college student, none of that.
The Rattlers?
Yeah, that was it. You know what I mean? And the family had, you know, we got history of the family going down. So she had me take the test. You know what I mean? I took the SAT, and I blew the score out. You know, I was
top of class.
You know, it was a nice score. It was a really high score. They couldn't match my score versus my average in school. I just, you know, I just did what I needed to do to get by. You know what I mean? So that's where the music probably came in. So my English teacher, she knew I was a writer, and one of the stipulations to write a 500-word essay of why we should accept you, because my score was just that high. And I got in the FAM. But I got in the FAM with a lot of mental health, a lot of damage. You know what I mean? A lot of damage. I'm already at this time here, you know, I'm a couple years ahead of the average we sliding out here on the streets. We doing a lot of things. I'm seeing a lot of things at the age of 17, 18. I'm grown in a sense. So when I get up there to fam, school is very, very easy. I'm blessed to have what you call a partial photographic memory. So there was things in school I was able to just slide and get by. At college, you set your own schedule. So I took advantage of some extracurricular activities up there on the hill.
I hear that.
You know, so I didn't have no scholarships or things of that nature, so I hustled for my extra ends. So yeah, we was up there, man, and I turned it up. I turned it up there. Anybody know about the hill? I was in the foot, and I had the door swinging and with the little weed game, and part of the rules to the game up there is don't mess with the locals. But I was born into the crack era, cocaine, because I was out there. And I knew what it did out there. So I messed around and got involved with some cats over there in Frenchtown, even though we was messing with a lot of college students. That dynamics of some of the most beautiful girls I had ever seen that early. You know, they playing in their nose. They doing anything for it. They doing anything for it. And it led me to being around the wrong company. One particular day, I call it the ride from hell. I slid up catching a ride to school. Your boy ran a red light and he couldn't stop this day. So I'm like, man, just get me to campus, get me up out of here, you know? No running with the law until this day.
Wow, so you ain't even have run-in with the law until you went to college?
And so, none at all. Because listen, my people was raised, I'm in the church all the time.
Yeah.
So, we had morals and ethics in place, you know what I mean? We wasn't about doing none of that. So I touched that world when I hit the streets, you know what I mean? And even then, it was like a code to certain things. It was basically to feed myself. It wasn't to put no jewelry, no gold teeth in my mouth. I'm trying to eat, trying
take
to
care of while you're in school.
Trying to get back out, trying to figure this thing out. And when I had got into this high speed chase at FAM, this is when I found the power of the pen. That's why I really like the title of this thing, Statute of Limitations. This particular incident, we got in an accident. We crashed. The driver was able to get away. He wasn't in school. He was a local. AB, but I ain't even know AB whole name right now. We ain't even go get down with each other like that. It's just, my dog. So AB was able to get out of there and slide. So there was some straps in the car, but they belonged to them. You know what I mean? They belonged to them. And but that ain't what the paper hit me.
So they jammed you up with it.
It got me decent, man. It's probably the worst worst beating I ever got. So if it wasn't for the camera crews and a lot of college students, a lot of females who was running, that's all I remember before I blacked out. Get off of it. I remember hitting the car, hitting the ground. My partner was able to see it. He didn't even know who it was, but he was able to see it out the window. And so he explained to me what was going on. And so when the camera crews got there, they threw me in, and this is my first introduction to the legal system, man. That changed everything that is to this day. To this day. This thing here running with me to this day. Now we talking March 1992.
Wow. 30 years ago, 35 years ago?
Man,
something crazy like that.
To this day. And I'm asking what I'm being detained for. They want to know who was driving. After what they just did, this 18-year-old animal here.
Yeah.
I ain't the most cooperative. So I'm handcuffed to a chair. I get my charges. They're telling me, man, you give us the information we need, these charges will go away. So now, I'm peeping game. I got resisting arrest with violence, 2 counts of concealed weapon, possession of unknown substance. Came out to be talking powder because we shoot a lot of pool.
Yeah, yeah.
And aggravated assault on Leo.
After they did it to you.
So everything in there, I hear the Bufale, but I didn't know what this aggravated assault on the Leo. And the aggravated assault on the Leo, he telling me I pointed my gun at one of his officers. And then when I saw their gun, I threw mine down. Oh man, I snapped some more. I gave him something. I gave him the business. And the man's so hot at me, man, because I won't provide the information he wants. He talking about, we'll take this away, X amount of years of prison you facing. I said, I ain't did none of this, man. So the dude approached me, got around his desk. Now, the arresting officers was in the room, and this would really open my eyes to show what the legal system really mean to me. Because on the left side, I mean, dude, I could almost remember the dude, about 6'3", 6'4". It was kind of a little out of shape, but white dude with brown hair. And on the right side, about the same height, but it was a brother. And I think the brother was kicking me more than the white dude. Right. So when the dude came around, and I ain't giving this information, when I talk about Jabbar, I couldn't even tell this story for about a good 6 years without breaking down and just so much rage and anger.
Cause that's that bullshit.
Man, bro, let me see. This man hopped up the deepest cold he could. And it landed on
Community love, we are the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. Yeah, the longest running show in Tampa Bay. We're the Tampa Bay Breakfast Club. You been there, done that. Statue of limitation, our vibration raising.
Statue of Limitations podcast, man. I'm here with Eric Jackson, and we're just talking about, the past, growing up in St. Pete, different cities, FAMU, you know what I'm saying, and up there on the hill, and the different things. But tell us about how you progressing, man. How you progress?
I'm getting in through right now through the thing. Oh man, today is definitely IMI.
IMI? What that mean?
I recognize the spirit within me.
IMI. Okay, I heard you now. I heard you now.
And I ain't here before.
Yeah.
And it was probably the journey that landed me when I was up the road in the racks. Realizing, talking to myself and talking to who I saw and who I thought was, as God was so, it was like next door neighbor. Cause when you so suppressed in up the road, everything is just filtered out. It's just the pure of what it is.
Yeah.
If whatever it is,
that's what it got.
Essence come out.
Yeah.
And so my connection in the relationship, because I got many travels of who I thought God was through all kind of religion, denominations, different organizations. So I never asked to go in these places, but it just happened. My family itself was so diverse. But the relationship, I made a promise to myself, and within that self, it was like definitely not to do the things that got me in prison, because it took me away from my family. And I bucked on that. I did. I bucked on that when I came home, but I was able to recover from that.
Line stuff back up.
Yeah, get it back right. And that right there has guided me when I asked to know who is Eric Jackson. And that question, that journey, now allow myself get in the passenger seat, quit driving, with driving because I crash all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But if IMI is really what it is, you have a higher and a lower self.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a part that you've been neglecting not to let it be heard.
Yeah.
So, you know, within that spiritual realm and that element of my way of putting it together, is how the magic's been, how everything has been taking place. Work today is with purpose.
Yes.
Ain't just chasing your tail. You know what you're trying to do.
Yeah. I love that.
It ain't about self no
I
more.
love that. Yeah.
It's so selfless today.
That's the journey. I think that's the journey that we own, right? Coming from a real selfish part of the game, part of life, and growing and getting past that selfishness and moving to selflessness is like it's almost energizing.
Straight up.
You get what I'm saying? It feels good to do it. Like you say, because we neglected our higher self for so long and we just fed the lower being. We fed it till it was obese. And now we get energy from doing good. So tell me a little bit about Story 727, how y'all got together, how it started.
Story 727, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Story is the 4th business I have been part of.
It's getting back out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, I had 2 prior and 2 after.
Yeah.
And there's 2 I'm part of right now to this day. ER Renewal Story 727. The journey with on my part was I was doing a lot of already work in the city. I was putting a lot of people on, getting them, you know. I love my little young cats. I ain't want them to get lost like I had got lost back in the day. So doing those things and just staying away, transforming a lot of people who knew me, knew what I was on, I wasn't on yesterday.
Yeah.
So I got an invite by Aaron and Gary Gaines and Aaron Green.
Yeah.
But Jack Fletcher pushed it because Jack, that's me, and you know we was really close, always in the music world, really close.
Yeah.
So they pushed this large meeting about trying to do something in the community and putting it down for some kids, and we're gonna introduce music to the kids. And I was down with it, you know. At first, I was kind of like, you know, I ain't trying to get around nobody, I ain't never been like a people like
person.
group
Yeah.
person.
Yeah.
That ain't me.
Yeah. Internal. Yeah.
Nah, we really small in the circle.
Yeah, that's how our circles is around here now.
Yeah, I always been like
tight
this.
circles.
So, but when we left, before we left, this meeting was supposed to link up with this man who had who was part of this church and who was building the youth program.
Okay.
And they supposed to have all this equipment and stuff that we can tap into.
Oh, and
already.
they haven't been using. Okay.
They needed some assistance, and I'm doing spoken word at the time, and I'm thinking I have a videographer in some of this conversation I got invited to, so I'm not exactly sure what's going on. I really am not. When Story got put together, nobody really knew what was going on.
Wow.
Because the person who was helping, I thought was the videographer, it turned out to be Steve. Now I know Steve.
I'm listening.
I done seen Steve.
Steve Money.
I said, this the dude at the church or this the videographer? And it was like, no, Steve is part of the youth program.
Yeah, putting it together, yeah.
And I was like, wow, what's up, man? And, you know, because I know Steve from the basketball court. I don't know him no other, you know, place really.
Yeah.
Seen him a couple of times around on the streets, but they're a lot younger than me. And I was really like, oh, because I don't know, I'm looking for a deacon-looking dude. Steve got these rocks in his vibe, you know.
Shouts out to Steve Money, man.
Your blood.
Yes,
you know what I mean?
yes. He
So
one of us.
what we did, we connected with Steve, and this is why I know it is spiritually led. We did probably about 3 to 4 weeks with the church.
Mm-hmm.
They ain't like how we look.
Ooh.
They ain't like how we was moving.
Yeah. It's different. It ain't for everybody.
And we went to drawing a lot of kids.
Because the kids are into what y'all doing. I hear that. Now I hear that.
They kids, more kids coming. I'm gonna just say the staff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just leave it at the staff of the church was started to act a little different.
Yeah, I hear you.
And I'm peeping how Steve relationship
With them have begun.
this your family. Why is you going through this and that, and after a couple loops and hurdles, I'm out of here. There's a park right across the street.
You just do it from the park.
We can go right to this park right across the street. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and get our snacks and stuff, and we'll just do it over there. Feed whoever on site, and
Wow.
let's go ahead and grab our guest speakers and come over there to the park.
Necessity.
Let's buy some activities and stuff for the kids, and we all went to chipping in, getting different things for the kids, and making it happen. And next thing you know, it was a good infection because
It was.
nothing but the city, members of the city, I'm not talking about officials,
Yeah,
members
yeah.
of the city,
Community. City.
went to adopting, seeing what's going on, joining,
Yeah.
and we went from 4 people. It's over 1,500 some people on Facebook or something.
Yeah.
members of
Store
that.
727 on Facebook.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
Hey man, y'all inspired me. Y'all are inspiration. I think
Jabbar, you need to cut that out. Cut it out. If we're gonna tell the stories here, we're gonna need to tell some more stories. Let's tell the stories. So story don't belong to me.
Yeah. You always say that now.
It don't
On the
belong
top
to
and the
me.
bottom line. You always say that straight up now. My
It
dog
don't
say that all the
belong to
time.
me, man. It don't belong to me. I tell the fellas it don't
Yeah.
belong to y'all either.
Yeah.
But we are here placed in positions to do some work. Now we don't know exactly what it is. They get explained next season, but we here to do some work. And we was put together on purpose, with intention. Story was in so many ways it was visions, dreams,
Yeah.
writings
Mm-hmm.
that came to me when I was in prison. And some things came out, but it was called LOL, Love in Our Land. And just like anything, when you get a whole bunch of fellas together, we're going to have some things that's going to have to shake the room sometime.
Yeah.
And I remember there was a group called the 8 Kings. And I used to wonder what happened to them brothers. What happened? Now, being up the road, you know how it is with a whole bunch of different energies. Man, all of us can't do this.
Yeah.
All of us, we might be wanting to do, but all of us just can't do this. And so
That's right.
I heard about the 8 Kings, and by meeting, I think every last one of them was great brothers, though. And I just was like, I bet it was just like the coach joining in on that same play. Because we have such a thing. I know my man. I know my brothers. I know how we do. We don't got no intent on harm, illness, or whatever, but
No
when it's
bad
time to
thing,
stand 10 toes down, some of them just stand 10 toes down.
Yeah.
And we think about it, scratch our head later on. We do that. We ain't trying to hurt nobody. If we are like that, you going to know that person like that. You ain't going to draw him to the table.
Yeah, we
He
already
ain't
know.
You already know who he is. So we was intentional of working it inside before we can be any kind of effect outside.
Outside, that's right.
Outside. So we went through it, then we had to split up. Many people don't know Story was represented with really very few of us. So I'm going in a lot of rooms, tables with a lot of organizations because I was just on a mission and purpose because I felt like I was walking in a different light.
You was purpose driven.
And I remember when I was given a check to start a nonprofit, which I said, I am not about to be part of no nonprofit, no way, none, no, because I got to deal with people.
Yeah.
I ain't doing that. I'm not doing that, no. Then the spirit softened. And when it was time to do it, things scattered. And I remember coming to you, bro, and I need this needs to be known, need to be shared, man. It need to be shared. Because story wouldn't be where it's at today if it wasn't during that first year, probably about 8 months in, when I had that conversation with you. I had a plan. I had things I wanted to do. And I was working on what was me and what was purpose, what Spirit wanted me to do. And I was really leaning on advice out here, direction, and non-bias to it. I'm about to go in and turn this to LOL because I don't want to attach myself to that story that I'm dealing with. I don't want to be part of that. And you really honed in and helped me see, like, what kind of impact within them first 8 months that we was bringing to the table, because we ain't outside looking outside. We on the inside. We on the stage, so we can't see and feel what the community was doing at that time. We just doing what was in our heart, knowing it was fun, kids were liking it, and sat on that. And you was telling me y'all branded Story. Story is already branded. I didn't see that. I'd been working the business for 5 years at this time. I know about branding.
Yeah.
Man, I would flip this M upside down and turn it to a W. It's all right. Well, branded W. And I had to listen because I know I'm getting directions, getting confirmations, because I couldn't hear. I couldn't see. And your words was confirmed by another set of words, another person. And I had to take that and put them two together and say, this is how Spirit talking to me. And I thank you for coming in and sharing what was on your heart. You don't know how you can get confirmed. You feel me? And so I'm learning, like, you know what I mean? If it's in you, let it out. Let it out. I can't worry about how you take it, bro. That ain't for me to be worrying about how you take it. That's why I have to stay in this space, because people know, well, I'm going to just tell it. I'm going to tell it. So I'd rather just keep it quiet for a lot, because I don't know if you're ready for me to tell it.
What I got to say.
You ain't ready for me to tell it. So, yeah, man. So Story right there, when we went through that little phase, circle back around, coming in. Now we coming into 22. We had our first summer camp. The summer camp really put a stamp on who we are.
Yeah.
Collectively together to share with one another. For us to see what y'all could do. What y'all are doing. And it was probably year 3 for it really to hit and be like, y'all know we got chose to do this stuff and we don't know what we doing. But the teaching and the desire to know started coming and just started growing. Because I'm a competitor too. I ain't got time to be slipping on stuff, and we got people behind us now. We got situations that's happening and impacting. Shawty's dying and all kind of stuff that was taking place.
Back to back. It was happening back to back.
Yeah, man. You know, that was one of the reasons why we came in this game. Because of that, we had a high rate of gun violence going on with the shows. And we could sit back and put ourselves in their shoes and be like, I know you think nobody don't know, but I know. I do know. You know what I mean? Let's tap in here.
Yeah.
And we're big about just exposing impact. We ain't trying to say we know educator, teacher, number one mentor, none of that. We finna find them for them. Yeah. We're gonna find them for them. Put them
be the conduit to get them to it.
Man, and just pray they get watered. You know, even if they do gotta make the trip, we do. Yeah. Hopefully they can be on the rack or something. Be like,
you got the seeds already been planted.
Yeah, man. I remember that. I remember what he said or she said.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie, those type of seeds helped me when I was on that rack, right? Because a lot of times you'll hear them talk about some kids who ain't worth it. They're gonna go anyway. They're going to prison anyway. I was one of those children that they said weren't worth it. You get what I'm saying?
Been there, done that. Statue of limitation. Our vibration raised.